Gwen Stefani, Jelly Roll join FireAid benefit concert lineup. Jelly Roll and Gwen Stefani are among the first artists announced on the 2025 FireAid lineup. The benefit concert will feature dozens of singers from all genres of music coming together to raise money for wildfire relief efforts in Southern California. Fires broke out in the Los Angeles area on January 7th. Severe droughts and high winds enabled fires to burn thousands of acres, destroying homes and businesses. Per ABC, tens of thousands of people have been evacuated. CAL FIRE reports the Auto fire is 85% contained, while the Eaton Fire and Palisades Fire sit at 65% and 31% containment, respectively. Who is performing at FireAid? The initial FireAid lineup includes Billie Eilish and Phineas, Gracie Abrams, Green Day, Katy Perry, and Lady Gaga. Earth, Wind and Fire, Joni Mitchell, Lil Baby, Pink, Red Hot Chili Peppers will also take the stage, as will Rod Stewart, Sting, Stephen Stills, Stevie Nicks, and Tate McRae. FireAid will also feature a first-ever joint performance from Dave Matthews and John Mayer. More artists are expected to be announced soon. Scheduled for Thursday, January 30th, FireAid will take over 2 venues in Los Angeles, the Intuit Dome and the Forum. Where to watch FireAid? For those attending the event in person, tickets go on sale Wednesday, January 22nd through Ticketmaster. The event will also be streamed across several platforms on January 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Apple TV, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Max, Amazon Prime Video, and YouTube will show the concert. Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Twitch, SiriusXM, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Veeps will also offer streaming. A special showing will also be available at select AMC theaters. How to donate to FireAid. Donations are currently being accepted at fireaidla.org. Countries star homes devastated by fire. At least 2 artists on this list of country star home fires were better for it, professionally. One legend used the tragedy to inspire greatness, while a second newcomer actually wrote his first #1 hit about the blaze. Over a dozen country stars have watched their homes go up in flames. Here are their stories. Travis Tritt. Travis Tritt was home when fire consumed his kids' playground at his house in Powder Springs, Georgia, on July 29, 2015. He wasn't aware of the fire at first. It was his mother-in-law who dialed 911. Photos showed a trampoline ruined and the ground covered in soot. Trace Adkins. Trace Adkins' home in Brentwood, Tennessee, was a total loss after an electrical fire spread throughout. It happened on June 4, 2011, while the singer was en route to Alaska. His daughters were home with a babysitter, but they were able to escape. His wife at the time was out running errands, so one was injured, but the family lost everything. Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood and her family were unharmed after a fire started near their garage in Williamson County, Tennessee, in June 2024. Investigators said it may have been sparked by a UTV parked nearby. The family home is a fair distance off the road, but fortunately, Underwood had an underground well designed for just this kind of occasion. Nate Smith. Nate Smith's home was one of the 18,000 structures that burned during a wildfire in Paradise, California in 2018. It was the worst wildfire in state history, and Smith was lucky to have had a doctor's appointment 30 miles away the morning his house went up in flames. Not only did that save his life, it inspired him to try Nashville a second time. Armed with a new song about the fire, he moved back to Music City. Years later, World on Fire would become a #1 hit. Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's story is similar to Nate Smith's in that a house fire inspired a change in his life and tremendous professional success. On December 23, 1969, he returned from a Christmas party to find his house on fire. Quickly, he dashed inside to grab 2 things. First, he needed to get the pound of marijuana out, because he knew if cops found it, he'd go to jail. Second, he saved his guitar, Trigger. Everything else was lost. Chris Jansen. In April 2023, Chris Jansen's wife, Kelly, woke up to a faint beeping noise below them. It turned out to be a smoke detector in his home studio, and it was the only one warning them of a fast-growing blaze. Everyone rushed to safety, and the couple tried to pour water on the fire until fire crews arrived. The room was a loss, but most of the house was saved. Dolly Parton, but it was Ashley McBride's fault. Before she was famous, Ashley McBride was staying at Dolly Parton's house as it was being remodeled. She was hired to let workers in and keep an eye on the place, and everything was going fine until a friend, Parton's niece, put an entire box of bagel bites in the microwave. Flames caught some of the wallpaper on fire, and there was a small scare. Yeah, she was fired after that. Daryl Worley. In January 2024, Daryl Worley's barn burned to the ground. The animals escaped, but many precious memories were lost in the blaze. He shared video of it on social media, noting that it was a total loss, but he was grateful no one was injured. Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn had 2 house fires in 2 years in 2013 and 2014. The first caused a cook shack on her Hurricane Mills, Tennessee, property to burn. The second was at her residence and was said to be caused when a candle touched a chair. No one was hurt, and the singer and family escape. Kaylee Hammack. In October 2017, Kaylee Hammack's house burned down while she was at a writer's retreat. Lost were her wardrobe, bedroom furniture, instruments, and artwork. Flooding caused much of her living room furniture to be ruined as well. Billy Dean. Billy Dean's barn burned to the ground just prior to Christmas 2011. It happened in Smithville, Tennessee, just east of Nashville. Nobody was injured, but his boat, tractor, and a career's worth of memories were destroyed. Yola. In 2014, British singer Yola was handling a bioethanol burner that leaked throughout the room, eventually catch her and the house on fire. Flames raced up her dress, but she managed to escape. She was injured, but survived. Adam Brand. In December 2023, Australian country singer Adam Brand's house caught fire. He recalls a friend telling him there was smoke, and then 10 minutes later seeing flames engulf all his hard work and memories. Everyone in the family survived. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash's Tennessee home burned down several years after his death, but it was still worth grieving because it's where he and wife June Carter Cash died, several months apart in 2003. The historic Hendersonville home was amid a renovation when it went up in flames. Nearly everything was destroyed, save a small apartment and a stone wall. Since then, the property has maintained historic value, but the fate of any structure has been unstable.